Have you ever hit the slopes or gone down the blacks? Have you had water rushing in your face from the river? Steamboat, Colorado is one of the best places to go during the summer or winter time. I've been reading about Steamboat, Colorado for a while now, and it makes me want to book a trip right this second. Today I'll be talking about the history, the summer activities, and the winter activities of Steamboat, Colorado. First, I want to tell you a little bit about the history of the city. Behind me is a picture of the old town of Steamboat, Colorado. First, I'm going to talk about the history of Steamboat, Colorado. Steamboat is a shorter name for Steamboat Springs, Colorado. According to the website steamboatsprings.net, in the article History of Steamboat Springs, the name Steamboat was originated in the 1800s. The origins of this area in the Yapa Valley, it was the home of hunting grounds to Native Americans. It truly became its own town whenever the mayor by the name of James Crawford was first introduced to the town in the 1900s. In 1909, a railroad went through Yapa Valley, and it created a boom for the commercial industry of Steamboat Springs. This helped bring in tourists and helped bring attraction to the city, which later became one of the largest ski resorts or ski places in the nation. According to SteamboatVacationRentals.net, Steamboat Springs is considered and labeled as Ski Town USA in the 1940s, whenever their first ski resort opened. In addition to Ski Town USA, according to CrateTravel.com, Steamboat Springs is also known as Bike Town USA for all the bike trails that they have during the spring and summertime. In the article, Colorado is home to the #1 small town in America, again written by Caitlin Bancroft. Steamboat Springs was ranked #3 in the nation. Celebrating its Western heritage and ranching traditions, Steamboat Springs thrives as a world-class skiing, biking, and family destination year-round. Now I want to inform you about the winter activities whenever they kick off. According to Steamboat Chamber, there are many different things you can do in the wintertime in Steamboat. We all know the main point of going to Colorado is to hit the slopes, but not only can you hit the slopes during the day, you can also hit them at night. The resorts have different levels of skiing, from those who are beginners, first-timers, or those who have been hitting the slopes since they were born. There's many different levels, such as green, blue, and black, having black as your hardest. They vary on the different angles of the mountain, and that's how they go from. If you are tired from the day before of all-day skiing, you can also rent out snowmobiles and go up the mountains and explore that way. If you're with a big group or have little kids, you don't have to go on the snowmobiles. You can rent snow tubes and go down the mountains from there. At the end of the freezing day, you can soak in the hot springs all around Steamboat, Colorado to help you defrost. And after that, you can enjoy a fireworks show from the main town of Steamboat, Colorado. Lastly, I want to talk to you all about the summer activities and whenever the snow melts. Although whenever you hear about Colorado, all you think about is hitting the slopes, going down, having a good time, snowball fights, and and Christmas. Well, I'm here to tell you that the summertime is just as good as the wintertime, or sometimes even better. Steamboat, Colorado is one of the most beautiful places to visit in the summertime. There's so many activities that you can do there. Steamboat is also known as Bike Town USA because of the thousands of miles of bike trails that they have throughout the mountains. You can rent bikes there, or you can bring your own mountain bike. Now, if you don't want to go through there, you can hop on the Yapa River and hit the rapids for whitewater rafting or just regular tubing. Depending on what time you go, that depends on how bad the rapids will be and how fast and flow the river goes. You also don't need any experience. There's instructors there, and all the equipment's there for whitewater rafting. You can either, after that, you can go fishing, you can horseback ride, or you can go hiking through the trails. In conclusion, I have told you about the history of Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and the activities you can do for both the winter and the summer. Steamboat Springs, Colorado is not only a good vacation for you and your friends over spring break or winter break, but it's also a good year-round vacation for families. So next time you're thinking about the cold or warm, remember Colorado, but just not Colorado. Remember Steamboat, Colorado. That's the end of my presentation. The floor is open for questions. Yes. So he asked, would I rather ski or snowboard? I would rather snowboard, but skiing would be fun at the same time. Yes. She asked, would I rather go during the winter or summertime? Me personally, I'd rather go during the winter time, but I would not be disappointed if I got to go during the spring. It just seems as fun, but shredding up the mountains just seems kind of something I want to do.